What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Today is Sunday, July the 20th. We're getting the vlog started a little bit earlier than usual. I actually got up about 7 o'clock today. I've been laying around in bed for the last almost 2 hours. One was trying to see if I was gonna go back to sleep. Two, trying to figure out why I was up so early on my day off. And I realized I did go to bed much earlier than when I've been going to bed because, well, all the rain we've been getting, my head was still hurting me yesterday. So, since the dog was whining, I went ahead and took him out, and I was hungry, so, which is rare for me, so I decided to go ahead and eat. And something I rarely do anymore is have a cup of coffee, and they've been, the doctor was encouraging me to make sure I take something that makes me go a little bit more regularly in preparation for surgery. Instead of taking over-the-counter medication like Miralax or whatever, since I'm gonna have to take a lot of that after surgery, I decided to have a cup of coffee. So, just brewed my coffee. I didn't feel like digging out the black coffee that I was talking about before, so good old Folgers was right there at the forefront, so that's what I made today. So that just finished brewing, and I poured out the last of the jerk chicken that I had in the freezer, so that is what's beeping in the microwave. So I am going to eat that and figure out what I'm going to do for the day. Alright, so it is Monday afternoon, just after 1 o'clock. Been procrastinating, laying around the bed all morning. So I gotta walk over here and take care of some business and get some noodles from the store so I can put it with the rest of this beef and broccoli. And I think I made some Rasta pasta. I think that's what's in the freezer. No, it's not Rasta pasta, because if it was Rasta pasta, I already have some Rasta pasta. I mean, some pasta. Can't remember what else I put in the freezer, but left the beef and broccoli in the freezer. I pulled the other stuff out of the freezer, but it needs some pasta to go with it. So, oh, bourbon chicken. So pull the bourbon chicken out. I'm going to get some pasta to put with it. And that's gonna be my lunch for the week. So just walked up the hill, and now I'm tired. So it's not too bad out here right now, but I'm sure I'm gonna be a sweaty mess by the time I get back to the house. All right, I'm back at the house. Told y'all I was gone less than an hour. 38 minutes to be exact. And I look like I've been sitting at the table eating Carolina Reapers. So, bought me some chicken tenders while I was gone. I'm gonna make me some high honey sauce to go over them and sit down and eat that while I cool off. So I just logged in to do my homework, and this is what I see when I log in. So I was concerned that I didn't make the dean's list because my last class of the semester I got a C, and all my other classes was either A or A minus, and so I still did well enough that I made the dean's list last semester. So I am super excited. So 2 semesters in a row I made the dean's list. So let's go ahead and shoot for making the dean's list all 4 semesters that I'm back in school. So I'm on a good track. So needless to say, I am all smiles because I was very disappointed in myself for not doing well in that one class. So yep, I am about to go ahead and knock out this research so that I can pull this B up to an A in this ethics class. So let's go. Alright, so we made it to Friday. Didn't film the last couple of days because Tuesday and Wednesday was very emotionally charged for me. Partially of my own doing. I'm not gonna get into that, but I recovered from it yesterday, and I meant to record some stuff yesterday. I got sweat in my eye. Forgot my towel at home. Meant to record yesterday, especially when I got home, but got on the phone with my sister, and next thing I know, it was bedtime. But made it to Friday. After today, got one more work day this week, obviously. Because I only work Tuesday through Saturday. And then I have literally 4 more work days before I go into my leave. So it's about to get real. Man, it is very warm out here. But it's like really interesting. I posted a few reels or shorts on YouTube, reels on every other platform except TikTok, showing how much weight I've lost. I'm gonna insert a picture that popped up this week from my mom's birthday back in 2019. This was right after I found out that I was diabetic. At that time I was topping scale of 340 pounds. And then the second picture I took last month, right at 220. So 120 pounds later, it's like, wow, what a difference. And then the short video that I insert here is me showing that in a 42 size 42 pants, which I've been in probably since I've been wearing 42s probably since right after high school. I would say since my early to mid 20s. They're not too big. I would say about 19, 20, 21, 22, around there. I started wearing 40s. And then by 25, 26, I was wearing 42s. Now 42s are way too big for me. Those pants are, if you go back and watch the short video, you see those pants are falling off me without a belt. And most of my clothes, pretty much all my clothes in my closet, I haven't gone through all of them, but I don't think I have any pants in my closet that's smaller than a 40. I don't even think I have 40s in my closet. And I know I don't have anything smaller than a 2X as far as shirts. So it's definitely time to go shopping. Except for that one shirt that you see in the video. Let's say Life Unlimited. That shirt was given to me last year, and when the person gave it to me, I was like, what the hell am I going to do with this? This is a large. So definitely time to go shopping. So as I stated in the previous vlog, plan to start doing so very soon here. In September, I plan to start going to look for a winter coat, because the coat I've been wearing the last few winters is a 2 or 3X. Actually, I think it's a 3X that I bought when Boston Store, I think it was Boston Store, when Boston Store started going out of business. And all my Milwaukee folks, that's been several years. So got that on clearance from there. So definitely will be getting a new coat this year, and going from there. And then all the sweaters I was wearing last year, about to lose my headset. All the sweaters I was wearing last year were 3Xs, and I knew when I put them on they were too big. But I hadn't worn them, and because of the financial hard times I was going through, I couldn't afford to go get new sweaters. So this year is definitely going to be about replenishing my closet. So part of what I'm going to be doing while I'm off during the 6 weeks is going to be putting some of the gently used stuff on Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay. If I can get like $5 for some of those gently used sweaters and pants, it'll definitely help go towards new clothes. But I'm coming up on my building, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, catch my breath, get in this bathroom, and get the sweat off my face. Check in with you guys later. All right, it's Saturday morning. I'm letting the dog out before I head to work. So yesterday was swag day at the company, and I chose to wear a Carolina Panthers t-shirt on the bus because I learned a long time ago that you do not wear anything with your company's name on it to work. Unless it's something that the company has given out as a promo item to the general public, you do not wear anything with your company's name on it. Because people will try to use anything they can to try to make a mockery of you and then get it back to the company you work for, to use it as ammunition to try to get you fired, especially in the social media world. They will also try to use, if they see you work for certain companies, they will try to use that as a ploy to try to get you to answer questions about your company, as if you're on the clock, and or try to bait you into arguments about what's going on with that particular company. So I don't wear anything with my company on it. I stopped doing that years ago. So as soon as I got to work yesterday, one of my bosses saw me not in company swag, even though, and it was swag day, and I wasn't in our typical work clothes. So before I was even on the clock, I didn't see it until later, but before I was even on the clock, they had sent me a message saying, "Hey, you're not in proper work attire. What's going on?" Was pretty much the gist of the message. But because I wasn't on the clock, I didn't see the message. So since I wasn't on the clock, I hadn't checked my messages. I immediately set my bag down, went to the bathroom, changed my shirt, did what I need to do to prepare to get on the clock. Once I got on the clock, I was focused on my calls, and I just happened to see it like 2 hours afterwards, and that's when I saw it, and I replied to her. I was like, "I am in company swag." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I was just checking. I took the message straight to HR. I'm like, why are you calling checking me about not being in company swag when I'm not even on the clock? And the person I took it to, I actually have a great rapport with. So I took it to them jokingly, and she was like, "No, I'm documenting this because they should have made sure you was on the clock before they even said something to you to begin with." And she was like, "We have told leaders about this before, because you're not the first person that they have gone to about this. Get back here. You're not the first person they have gone to about this when the person is off the clock to begin with. So I'm definitely documenting it." So yeah, a week before I go out for leave, this is the campaign you want to start. Like, it's some bullshit. And I was like, I know exactly what it is. You can't get me on my attendance because they've been trying to get me out of there for attendance violations since pretty much since I started there. and that hasn't worked. So now a week before I'm supposed to leave, you want to try to find me on a attendance. You want to try to find me on a wardrobe violation, because if I was not in dress code, then you had a right to send me home to get in dress code, and that would have made me out of attendance compliance. Alexa, turn on living room lights.
Okay.
It's like, it's crazy. So that's my little rant for this morning. But I'm gonna go ahead and get dressed for work so I can get out of here on time. All right, so I am on my final walk into work. This is gonna be my last Saturday before I go on leave. So I am gonna go ahead and close this out so I can try to do better this week than I did last week. Excuse the plane overhead. At least that one wasn't as loud as the one last week. I'm gonna try to do better this week than I did last week, because last week I definitely edited the video while I was sitting at my desk between calls. And I thought I uploaded it before I left work, but went to check my logs and realized it wasn't until Tuesday that I realized that I hadn't uploaded the video. So I am going to do better and get this video edited today and try to make sure I get it uploaded before I leave work today. That way it counts in this week's analytics. But I wanted to do better this week with entertaining you guys, but like I said, I had some emotional days on Tuesday and Wednesday, and that did not help. But next week is going to be my last week before surgery. So, and then you guys will get to see me interacting a little bit more with my nieces, my great nieces and nephews, hopefully, because I'm sure they're going to be jumping in my videos over the next 2 weeks as I'm recovering for the first week after surgery at their house. So that should be interesting. But you guys can see me filtering the wines that I've been talking so much about on Mondays on TikTok. So, the shade is such a relief. As you can see, I'm sweating pretty bad right now, and I've only been walking for probably 5 minutes. I'm gonna post my link to my TikTok in the description down below, so you can check me out Monday night as I'm filtering 4 of the 6 wines on live. And I'll probably wait until Monday night to make the next 2 wines, so you guys can see that live in action as well, instead of waiting until I upload the next video. Other than that, it's been an interesting week, emotional week, but running out of things to say. Definitely don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and be sure to hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video. Hey, before I go, I know I talked to you guys a couple months ago about my newsletter. I want to remind you to go ahead and click the link down below to sign up so that you can subscribe to the newsletter. It will be dropping in a few weeks here, so I want to make sure that you guys are signed up so you can be the first to get the first newsletter that will be coming out. The goal is to have it out come July 1st, starting with affirmations on July 1st and followed up with the actual monthly newsletter sometime in July. So definitely go ahead and click that link down below so you can be a part of the first rollout. Thanks in advance for being a subscriber.